Hi everyone, I'm Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. Friday again. I have to head to work pretty soon, so I'm trying to squeeze this Friday reads in Thursday morning before I have to leave. So it was either dry my hair or film. So it's filming and mostly wet hair. Glamorous. Also, I'd like to apologize for my eyebrows. Probably nobody notices but me, but I used Boy Brow today from Glossier. Is it Glossier or Glossier? I don't know. Which I like normally, but for some reason it went on really heavy today. At least in real life, I feel like Eugene Levy. Which is absolutely fine, but that's not typically what I look like. So bear with, to quote one of my favorite shows. Okay, for the song of the week this week, I have a wonderful cover. It's Tonight Will Be Fine by Teddy Thompson. Of course, originally by the great Leonard Cohen, but Teddy's version is my favorite version of the song by far. So I will link to that. Chances are, if you have received a mixtape from me, a mix CD from me, because I still make those for people, because that's what kind of person I am, that's how old I am. At some point in the last 12 years, you have probably gotten this song at least once, if not maybe twice over the years. I just like it. It always sounds good every time it comes on. Every time it comes on. I can't speak today either. I even had coffee. Doesn't matter. Anyways, anytime it comes on, I'm like, oh, this song. It's just nice to me. So that's the song of the week. For this week, kind of like a few weeks ago, I've made a lot of progress in a few books, and I've only really finished one book. Before I get to the one book I did read, which is romance, by the way, so if that's not your bag, that's fine. I do have some more books that I hauled. Yeah. So, first up, from Paperback Swap, 5th grade me is very excited to have this. This is New Kids on the Block, Fabulous Photos Included by Anne M. Raso. I know. It was my first concert. I've seen them several times since then. It's just fun. I like them. Judge me if you want to. I don't care. I like New Kids on the Block. So this is, ooh, look at all this information we're going to get in this. Oh my gosh, this fabulous, fabulous book. Oh, look, Jordan performing. So I have this. Ooh, I know I'm cool. I know I am. And then the second little bit of the haul, this little part is, I'm going to blame this on the Crime and Punishment read along, because I had to get a copy of the book. I didn't want to order from the big box online store where I usually order from. I'm trying to be much better about that and make a point to schedule in visits to other places. So I went to Half Price Books thinking that they would have a copy of Crime and Punishment somewhere, even if it wasn't the unofficial copy that a lot of people are reading. And I was right, they did. So I got this Penguin copy of Crime and Punishment. This translator is it David McDuff. I don't know anything about David McDuff, but I don't know. It had a nice size font inside compared to the other copies they had, and it was in really good shape for $6.50. I mean, no creasing, just... So I got this. And then I was kind of trolling around, as you do, because you're there, and I'm not going to buy one book. I mean, let's be real. So I happened to spy this first edition copy of Crampton Hodnet, by Barbara Pym. This was published in 1985 and originally written in, I think, 39 or 40, somewhere around there. So I was very excited to find this copy in really good condition for $7. So yay, thank you, Half Price. And then, okay, one of my favorite books of all time, if not my favorite book of all time, is The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. And there are 3 books that I collect copies of. One is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. The other is Jude the Obscure by Thomas Hardy. And then I have The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton. And I always look at those 3 authors every time I go to a used bookstore, if they're organized by author, of course, to see what's out there. If there's a new edition I can add to my collection, if there's something else I like, or a better copy of one I already own, I can switch them out. And usually I don't find anything. I mean, the one I have the most of is Sense, because it's Austen and she is more popular and more widely available, I think, and has been for a longer period than Hardy or Wharton. Seemingly, I don't know. I mean, that's just what I've observed. So I found some new Edith Wharton stuff to add to my collection. I didn't need to get these, but I did need to get these. So I have this Penguin edition. I've never seen this cover before, ever. There's the other Penguin edition with beautiful copy. It's a portrait of an archer, a female archer, which fits much more with the book and with the movie too. So I'm still looking for that one, but I found this one, which I've never seen before, so that was exciting for me. And then, I don't know why I like Harold Bloom's criticism. I just find it fascinating and very readable. It's bizarre, sort of. But anyways, I found this modern critical edition about Edith Wharton. So about, I think all of her books are covered in here, or short fiction. I think there's one or two about her life, some essays, but I was really excited to find this. So the only other one I have seen is Agatha Christie, which I do own a copy of too. So, ex-library copy, but I think one person checked it out in 1994. So, yay. And then, I didn't know this was a thing, but I literally did a double take when I saw this on the shelf, because I saw this first, because it's, well, bigger. But this is a combination box set for the DVD and the book. And okay, I first read, story time. I first read this book in college in my films adaptation class. So I think I've talked about this before, but we would read a book over the weekend, and on Monday we would meet and talk about the book. Our lab was classroom on Wednesday to watch the DVD adaptation, and then we had class on Friday to talk about the differences and compare them. I loved this class. Like, it hit just at the right time when I was really getting into film and movies and the Oscars. I was really into that for about 10 years. Still interested, but not quite the fervor that I used to have in like mid-90s to mid-2000s, you know. So read this book, loved it, saw the adaptation by Martin Scorsese, which is so fantastic. The whole beginning sequence, the whole opening sequence is almost shot for shot the beginning of the book. I mean, it's gorgeous. I love it. Everyone and everything is beautiful. Anyways, so I found this, which I didn't know was a thing. So let me open. So here's the cover of the box. And then inside, you have very nice grosgrain ribbon with the movie in the back. Ooh, with Madame Olenska and our, what's his name? Arthur Newman. Come on. Upright. Steamy stuff. And then the book. So, I'm very excited. This was, I think, $10. Super psyched. I also have like a coffee table size book about the adaptation of the movie. Yes, I am that crazy. Anyways, so that's my little haul to add to the haul that I posted a couple days ago. I will die under a heap of books I was waiting to read. I don't remember who said that first, but it's going to happen. And also, randomly, before I cover the book that I actually read this week, I'm going to show you my Ron Swanson socks that I bought myself. I'm wearing them today. I don't care that they don't go with my totally awesome 80s pink, white, and purple polo shirt. Don't care. It's a Ron Swanson kind of a day, which, to be honest, is most days. If I'm really, I love Ron Swanson. Talk about a book, Laura. Okay, so the book that I actually read is Forbidden Falls by Robin Carr. This is the 8th or the 9th book in the series, depending on where you look. Some books are considered half books in some places and not in others. So I have this marked as number 9. I follow Fantastic Fiction, the website. I probably should look at Robin Carr's actual website. That would make sense, but why would I do that? Anyways, this is the 8th, 9th in the series, and it follows a new pastor in town, Noah, who is not an average pastor. His father is a very famous televangelist and a very horrible person. So he inherited some money when his mother passed away, and hears about the church for sale in Virgin River and buys it. So he needs to fix it up, but he also needs to hire a secretary. So he interviews 4 people, like 3 older ladies that are kind of crotchety, and then this young woman, Ellie, who has 2 kids, single mom. She just needs a job temporarily to help her show that she's stable enough so her ex-husband will give her kids back. And of course the 2 of them fall in love. Of course they're opposites. You know, she's kind of brash. She used to work as a stripper, like no prostitution, no touching anything, just dancing. But that looked bad to the judge. The judge was a customer. And the judge buddied up with her ex-husband, Arnie, who has got some mental problems and may not be who he really seems. I should say her 2 children are from 2 separate fathers. One when she was 15 and her boyfriend was killed shortly after she got pregnant. And the other one, the man is in prison. So these aren't his biological kids, but the judge grants custody to her ex-husband. And he's really mean and nasty to the kids, mean and nasty to her, whatever. So of course Noah falls for her. Of course she falls for him. They try not to. They help each other out. Everyone in Virgin River gets to know them and like them, and yeah. So enjoyable, you know, 3.5 stars. I like this couple a lot. I think they're a good match, and not too like smoochy, lovey-dovey, you know, like they love each other clearly, but it's not as saccharine as some have been, I think, before in the series. But yeah, really just enjoyable. It's nice to have a book that is just an easy read and you know it's going to end nicely and there isn't too much stress involved, and yeah, so that's what I read this week. So coming up, I'm going to have to make a September TBR, and I'm not a TBR person normally. I know I made one last month, but I think I need to make one again because it's fall and there are so many readathons and read-alongs that are coming up that unless I write it all down and make a video, I will not remember what's happening. So I'll be doing that this weekend probably and posting, I'm guessing Monday or Tuesday. But I am getting ready to start reading Crime and Punishment. I'm still working on a whole bunch of books, but the 2 that I am focused on reading, 3 that I'm focused on reading now are A Lady's Guide to Her Mysterious Illness by Sarah Raimi. That is picking up again. I know there's some iffy stuff coming, but so far I'm still really liking it and with it, and it's very readable and quick to read. For a 400-page nonfiction book, it's like going along here. So that's one. The other one I'm working on is Solitary by Albert Woodfox. This one is for the Booktuber Prize nonfiction final round that ends at September. Blah. So I'm working on that, and I'm also working on Stars of Fortune by Nora Roberts. So I'm reading the ebook and I have a physical copy as well. And I suggested this or recommended it in a big list of books that I sent to Danny at Spinelli Speaks. Hey girl. Thinking she would pick 1 or 2 of the 3 or 4 that I suggested, and she just added them all. Which, fair enough, that's great. So I was trying to be nice and give her fun stuff to read. But I haven't read this book yet, and I recommended it. It's the start of I think it's called like Stones of Fortune. I don't remember the series title. It was out 5 or 6 years ago. The first one came out that I'm reading now. It's set in Greece on an island. There's 6 people, 3 men, 3 women. You know who's going to pair up. Like, it's a Nora Roberts trilogy. So she was reading it. I thought, okay, fair enough. I should read it as well. So I'm about 2/3 through that, and that's been fun. I mean, it's as expected. So yeah, working on that, working on comments. Looking forward to the weekend where I don't have to touch anyone. I love my job. I do. I love my job, and I'm so, so grateful for all of my clients and everyone that I can interact with there. But I also am very happy not to physically touch a person on the days that I have off. Yeah. So yeah, just looking forward to that. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're reading something fabulous and wonderful. Please leave me a comment if you've read anything that I talked about today, or if you are a Ron Swanson fan like I am. And stay safe and healthy. I hope you and yours are doing well, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.